The first macromolecule that we're going to talk about are carbohydrates. First, let's break this word down. Carbo refers to carbon. Remember, it's the base layer in all of our macromolecules. Hydrate is just what you think about. It's water. Specifically, we're talking about hydrogen. The functions of carbohydrates revolve around energy, specifically before it's stored as fat. We call this short-term energy, so this is the energy you get from your food specifically. We also notice that carbs form the structure of certain cell walls in plants, and they also allow our cells to talk to each other, and they assist in cell-to-cell communication. What do carbohydrates look like? Well, if we look at the most important carbohydrate, the one we like to talk about all the time, we call it glucose, and we notice it's kind of in the shape of a hexagon or a ring. The molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. We notice this because it has one carbon for every two hydrogens and every one oxygen. If you simplified glucose, you would get that ratio. Let's look at the monomers, the dimers, and the polymers for glucose, or for carbohydrates specifically. A monomer of a carb is called a monosaccharide. That means one sugar. Think sack of sugar you buy at the store. That's how I remember saccharide. A dimer was just two saccharides, so we call it a disaccharide. We're just adding a new prefix. And then a polymer would be a polysaccharide. So we have two sugars and we have many sugars. Glucose is our go-to monosaccharide, but we also have fructose found in fruit and lactose found in milk, along with some others. The most common disaccharide that we see is called sucrose, aka this is the table sugar, the sugar you put in your coffee. And then the polysaccharides that make up cell walls are known as cellulose, and this is what you chew on when you eat celery. Examples that you'll see of carbohydrates involve sugars, starches, like in potatoes. Sugars you'll see not only just in candy, but you also see them in like cell walls. What to look for when you see this molecule, how you know it's an actual carbohydrate: it will be in a ring, be connected from one end to the other. It can be hexagons, pentagons, it can be multiple rings connected together, like we see right here when we connect glucose and fructose and we make sucrose, which is our table sugar, and that is carbs.